Today I'm diving into Valley and Peak. They sell outdoor gear and equipment. I will cover 3 SEO gaps and the corresponding quick wins. The top half of their homepage has this rotating image carousel. Now, rotating image carousels are visually appealing, but they are ineffective on most websites. So, based on a study, I'm aware that 40% clicks go to the first image in a carousel, and as the number of images increases, the number of clicks progressively goes down, which is fairly intuitive as well. So, what can they do about this? My recommendation is to be laser focused. Whatever action you want a user landing on this website to take, prioritize that page. So if you want them to buy the Norton Vade tent, then so be it. If you want them to actually focus on the summer sale, give that the priority. Reduce the number of images to maybe 2 instead of 4. Google's algorithms read headlines and anchor text to determine whether a website is relevant for a certain internet search query. So they have this as a headline, virtual gear consultations, and the anchor text is what you're seeing on the button here. So shop the summer sale. Now, this is very relevant, especially when you have generic phrases like a summer sale. A summer sale could be not just on their own website, but on millions of websites on the internet. So, if your sale is specifically on gear and equipment, which people use outdoors, perhaps consider using that. It's not just good for search engines, it's also good for users, especially users who don't know anything about gear. So for example, Durston gear. Now, if someone's not already familiar, they would not be able to understand what that means. It's probably a brand which is quite popular among people who go outdoors and do a lot of outdoor stuff. The buttons have anchors such as pre-order today. Why not make it more relevant so when search engines read the HTML, they're able to understand it better, and it's also better for users. So VARD 1. It's not so clear. Instead of this, can we call it buy camping tent? So something for them to consider and think about. Whatever is higher up on the page, it signals that it's a higher priority and it gets more exposure. So anything that's higher up on the page will get more exposure from users, and anything that's higher up on the page gets more priority from search engines because it's higher up. So from an HTML perspective, the links, the text, in the code, it'll likely be read sooner rather than later. So what I've noticed is that they've got the category pages which are way below the our top picks. This is absolutely fine. These are a bunch of random products that they've selected because they're probably important to them. But for a user, this doesn't display the complete depth of products that they cover. So again, if they could swap the categories with the top picks, that would likely lead to higher conversions on their website. So overall, what I would say is that from an SEO score perspective, this website is on the right track, but there's definitely scope for improvement. If you like the video, you can sign up for a free 15-minute SEO consultation to dive into your SEO opportunities. Thanks for watching.